This ain't my business, but
it is my business.
So look, have you ever heard of a Chicago rapper named Tay Capone? Tay
No.
600.
Tay. I know Tay Savage.
This his little homeboy.
No, I just know Tay Savage. That's my Muslim brother.
Okay, so yeah. Shout out to Tay Savage too. But Tay Capone, he a Muslim too. But he's from Chicago. So basically, long story short, was a situation happened back during the drill scene. Everybody was calling him a rat, right? And he was young. I think a situation went down, and some people placed him on the scene. The police picked him up, and I don't know what the statement was he supposedly gave or whatever the case may be. But long story short, years later, that shit happened way when they were kids. So this probably been 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago, right? It has basically come out that essentially nobody calls him that no more because everybody has vindicated his name far as being rat. He always say that they used to call him a rat. Like Dirk used to push that line because he was fucking Dirk baby mama or some shit. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And amongst other things. And nobody really wanted to go against Dirk because he was the money. You see what I'm saying? He was the big name at the time. Being that you've been in a situation, you know, where people was calling you this and calling you that.
What's this and that, brother?
Rat. Calling you a rat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Do you feel like with time a person can get that rat thing off their jacket, or is there something that just gonna forever linger? Cause like I don't really see people call him that no more, but you know it might be one or two comments here and there amongst hundreds that's saying something opposite now.
The thing is, you know, I don't like to talk about Muslims now, but I don't like that. I don't feel like if a person is young, they should be held accountable for once they're an adult. Because you don't have that same mindset when you're a child versus when you become older. There's a lot of people getting out of jail now who have a life sentence saying, they have people that have done studies saying, your brain is not mature until you like 25, 20. Yeah. But now they trying to push, I saw one person trying to go to 33. I said, come on now. You going too far now. But you familiar with what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But if somebody get a jacket, this is what happens. If you become popular and famous, they'll kind of like, you know, tone it down. But the minute you tick somebody off or get back, oh, you know you told him, or you they'll break up your old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, man, like, you got to develop bulletproof motions. You're going to get on this internet, and whatever you did is going to come to light.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So if you out here, you got to just be able to take it. But I always tell people this, if you did something, don't run from it, run to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you run from it, it's going to get worse. Because you know the internet is a cruel place.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so if you run to it and you own up to accept it, then the trollers don't have nothing to say. They're like, oh man, we can't make them mad. Because they know when a person do stuff, we kind of stubborn. We did something, we know we did something, we know we down bad, but we'll beat you, get mad.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you be like, yeah, I did that, so what? Now it's like, they're like, oh. So now they don't know how to come at you now because that's all they got against you. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I personally don't think whatever a person did as a child, they should be held accountable. But this internet, they make the rules, they break the rules. They got street dudes coming in, you know, taking the fun out of this internet stuff, trying to make rules. So they bringing the street stuff to the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I have a voice, so that's why I speak out on that stuff.
So did you and Tay Savage become friends because y'all kill people?
Well, I didn't know he got killed. I did a lot of times, so I didn't know this new generation. So what happened was, I had seen him do an interview. I was like, man, I want to meet the young brother when I found out he was a Muslim. So it happened when I went to Atlanta, I met him out there, and then ever since then, I've been keeping up with him. I support what he do and stuff like that. But I never knew he was a killer.
Yeah. I don't think he a killer, but that's the way that Trap Lord Ross portray him to be, so that's why I'm going to run with the narrative.
No, Tay Savage is a real humble young brother. I love him for the sake of Allah. He good dude.
Yeah, I believe it too.
He's a real humble good dude.
Speaking of, it's this rapper out there in Chicago by the name of 051 Kiddo. You familiar with him?
No.
He just came home, and He did 10 years. He did 10 years. He got out, dropped some music, a whole bunch of music, just dissing and dissing and dissing. He ended up getting caught up with a gun charge going back, and he did a few months or so, and he's back out again. And he just dropped another album, well, another little mixtape. It ain't nothing like 3 songs on it. And he dissing on there. I went and listened. He dissing New Dead people on it, right? Do you think with the way that we trolling on the internet and things today, do you think that's a formula for success, or do you think that will come back to eventually be the end of what could be a successful career for him?
It's both. Because you gotta keep in mind, the internet, like I said, the internet love lies, they love mess. Like I studied this on my channel. I'll put out a good interview. It might do numbers, but the minute I put out something about Islam or talking peaceful, it ain't gonna get no views. Mm-hmm. So the internet love gossip, they love mess. Mm-hmm. But you gotta also keep in mind, while the internet love gossip, love mess, there are people on the other side that got family members that step too. So they feel like, okay, you gonna put this out there. So now what happens is, if I'm a stepper, this Drake a stepper, but he's making mockery that he down my people this mic. Now other people looking at me like, well, what you gonna do? Because you used to spinning, you got that switch. What you gonna do? He making fun of your people. What you gonna do? Mm-hmm. So sometimes people are forced to step. Mm. So like I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Are they forced to step? Are we gonna ever come to a place where
Nope.
where we looked at words as words?
Nope.
Because
all that sticks and stones may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. That's some bull they told us when we were young.
That ain't gonna.
So we won't fight in kindergarten.
That can't be a reality.
What Charleston White just did got the black community in the uproar.
Ain't nobody never did nothing to Charleston.
No, but what did he say? The words, right?
Yeah, I guess somebody beat him.
You talking about the barbershop?
Yeah.
But my partner called a salt charge behind that. Now he stepped.
Oh yeah, he do his thing now.
Right now.
I ain't scared of him because I ain't no gangster, but you know he do his thing now.
Yeah, he ain't backing down. That's what I love about him. He go stand on it now. But
this ain't my business, but
it is my business.